Welcome back to our AirHub portal training series. Today, we're diving into the mobile application. One of the first things you'll notice is the primary navigation, conveniently located at the bottom of the screen. This is a departure from our desktop application, where it's positioned on the left side. This change is designed to make your navigation experience more intuitive and efficient. Secondary navigation will still be at the top of the screen. Let's examine the Discover tab, specifically the Airspace tool, and compare and contrast the differences. Let's explore the map zooming feature. With our mobile device's touchscreen, zooming in and out is a breeze. You can either use the standard pinching method or the Find My Location button, which I'll demonstrate. When you search for a location, a pin drops at the spot, as you can see in this demo of the Chicago area. This straightforward process ensures you can easily navigate and explore any location. For screen real estate purposes, we leave the advisory cards collapsed on pin drop. In order to open the advisory cards, it works similar to the desktop in that you click on the icon here. And when doing so, you'll see we have two tabs showing. We have the Intersecting tab and the Nearby tab, identical to the desktop version. Feel free to scroll this list to interact with the advisory cards, and then toggle Nearby to see nearby advisories. Similarly, when creating an operation, feel free to click the big blue plus button from any tab. In this case, I need to log in, which I'll do here. Now, as I've highlighted in one of our other videos, you can have the choice between a personal account and an organizational account. I'm going to choose the organizational account so you can see all the functionality of Portal with an organizational account in a mobile setting. You're presented with the option of creating an operation or an advisory. Let's go ahead and create an operation. I'm going to zoom into Chicago again, and I want to fly in this area. Now we're in the Operation Create workflow process, which, unlike the desktop version, has just a couple of steps, once again, due to the mobile platform. Next, click the drop-down menu and select which geometry you want to use. In this case, I'm just going to select and draw a simple rectangle. Then click the checkbox to save your shape. Like the desktop version, we display the advisory cards as needed. I'm going to go ahead and toggle Next in the lower right-hand corner. This is where we'll get the form information. I'll accept the default information and call this operation Photo Flight. The defaults are sufficient for this case, and we have one last step to confirm the details. Hit Save and Continue. Now you'll notice the Operation Details page is broken down into 3 tabs along the secondary navigation area. The default is to show the compliance view, so if I needed a Lance authorization, this is where you'd see it. I can click the overview to get general information about the scheduled time, the altitude, and the pilot in command. Finally, the Airspace tab will show me the map. It shows me where the volume or planned operation is. If needed, you can pull up the advisory cards. Please note that the little cloud in the upper right-hand corner displays the weather information for that area and that time. Finally, the additional resources that exist in the Operation Detail tab on the desktop version are now found in the ellipses drop-down here on our mobile platform. If I click those ellipses, you'll see I can look at resources, edit the operation, duplicate the operation, download the PDF, archive or destroy the operation, request help, or download the app. Let's go ahead and show what that looks like from the Operation Details tab under the Plan tab here. Now, you can see the operation I just created, Photo Flight. The Photo Flight is listed under my operations. Filtering works the same way as on the desktop version, and our organization's mobile operations operate very similarly to those on the desktop version. Now, you can scroll to the right and to the left on the secondary navigation list and still access advisories under the Plan tab. Let's look at the Manage tab to see how current asset management is displayed in the mobile view. Similarly, on the secondary navigation list, we have users, aircraft, and flight logs. The tables that you normally see on desktop view are now individual cards, and there's a little bit less information due to the mobile platform. I can click on myself and get all the same details in this breakout. Please note the ellipses. Click on the ellipses to edit permissions or interact with any of the other options displayed. Let's go ahead and file a flight log. Remember, you can do this one of two ways. I can either go to the Manage tab and add a flight, or I can go to the Plan tab and open the photo flight. It looks like someone just added a flight in the area. I can add the flight by utilizing the ellipses. That's a shortcut to adding a flight without having to go into the crew, resource, and asset management area. I'm leaving the default as is, assigning the aircraft as Da Vinci, and changing the pilot to myself. There were no incidents to report during the flight. Now let's save that flight. You'll now see there's a flight log associated with this flight. Now I'll go back to the Manage tab, look at the Aircraft tab, and I see the Da Vinci aircraft. You now see this is the most recent flight to be recorded. This has increased the number of flights in the last 30 days from 2 to 3, and our time has changed from 1 hour to an hour and a half of flight time. Alternatively, I can view the flight log. You can see the one I just filed here. If I look under Users, we see another flight here. Okay, well, that's the mobile experience and view from an operator manager's standpoint of interacting with the Airspace tool, filing an operation in the Plan tab, and managing the crew and asset management portion under the Manage tab. If you have any questions, please just reach out and ask. We'll be happy to help. Thanks, and happy flying!